try to have a vodcast on Fridays, but we haven't had a vodcast in like, I don't know, 2 months or something like that. Me and Dom, our schedules just can't seem to align for a single Friday. Just not happening. So instead, I'm gonna do a little bit of streaming, not a lot, because my kid home for the weekend and family time and all that jazz. But yeah. We do need to get some prep done. We got less than a month to go. So I guess the first thing we'll do is make ourselves panic. So let's see. Calendar. The marathon starts at 9 a.m. EST, because daylight savings will have already happened, on November 8th. So how many days till 9 a.m. EST, November 8th? And the answer is 29 days. We got 29 days left. Holy shit. All right. Man. That's pretty significant. Okay, so 29 days. I have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do, what we need to do, all that kind of stuff. So that's good. There's settings that we should probably work on to make life a little bit easier. For example, macro wheel's not working. We don't have any of our macros in place that we like to use. Our UI is all janked up. These are things that unfortunately you can't easily copy from other worlds. So we'd have to go in and have like the world we want to copy open, like copy those settings over, because they're like local cookies based settings, I believe. There's just some things that even Florian copy environment doesn't copy. So that's kind of a pain in the ass, but is what it is. So yeah, let's go to manage modules. All right, so we'll tick on advanced drawing tools. Always HP has not been great lately. It doesn't do batches, which is extremely unfortunate. Hold on. Let's grab a Kobold. What do we want? Kobold Scout. Alright. Drag a couple of Kobolds out here. So when I'm saying it's been a bit disappointing, if I grab 3 guys at once and I hit this button, it don't kill all those guys. It don't heal all those guys either, which is just a tremendous disappointment to me. Let's see. And I don't know if mass edit is working. It says it is. It's editing 3 at once. So hovered by anyone. Token disposition. Blah blah blah. What do we want to do, guys? Oh yeah. Resources, display bars, hovered by anyone, attributes, hit points. Okay, so I don't really need to change any of this stuff. I just want to be able to kill everybody at once. So if I'm using this and I do 10 HP and hit down, that'll work. But oh, and it'll heal. It just won't auto kill. I wonder if that's in the settings for it. Let's see. Settings, game settings. Man, there's got to be a way to just copy all my settings from another game without having to like go in and tweak it like this. It's so annoying. Oh well. Let's see. We probably don't need cards. Okay, we don't have cards turned on. I wonder if I copy the environment from Sandpoint, which I really like the settings I have on Sandpoint, if it will do the local settings. All right, we're gonna give it a shot. So I'm gonna open that in another window, so as not to give away too many spoilers. All right, while that's booting up, I don't want to mess with any settings in case I'm able to transfer these settings over. But we'll see. But I will check the always HB. Anyone can have access to it. Change the hit points. No sign means negative. If no plus or minus is added, HP is always assumed to be negative. That's fine. Wounds damage system. Set defeated on status 0. I don't need to do that. Clear after applying. Clear the box. That's fine. Double clicking the up or down arrows will fully heal or completely drain. Add this if you can't right click the Skull or Heart. We right click it now? Son of a bitch. All right. So that was the issue. Okay. Huh. All right. Hover over and click the HP bar to alter the attribute. What does that mean? Allow bar click. Hover over and click the HP bar to alter the attribute. Kind of curious about that. Heal colors, hurt colors. That's fine. Whatever. Oh, got to do a full reset for that shit. Okay. Yeah, let me see if we can get local settings out of here. I don't know why we have an encounter tracker, because we shouldn't be in an encounter anymore. Alright. Maybe if I go to a map that is in no way a spoiler for this adventure, I can show it on screen. There we go. Alright, so over here on settings, I don't think Florian's copy environment even has settings. I think it is. I don't. Here it is. Number of characters. The number of characters to show per difference. I have no idea what that means. Max number of characters to show per difference. 0 to show all. Okay. Sure. Right click, export settings. Okay. Then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna try to do an import setting. See how bad we fuck everything up. All right. Import settings. Okay. This form will allow you to select which world and player settings you want to import. Existing values that are unchanged and will be skipped. Import settings for players. Okay. Property, blah, blah, blah. Following people aren't here, they'll be skipped. Core, show all my core settings. Core time. I mean, we have everything checked. So if this doesn't change the local user settings, then we're just kind of fucked. All right. We'll see what this does or does not do to the world. But yeah, we got 100 Gashapons we got to make. We've got so much stuff. It's tempting to go into last year's Gashapons and just like just use those. But you know, I think we burned through almost all of them last year between two groups, so maybe not. All right, so that local setting changed where it's in the middle and now it snaps my dude down there. That's good. It is not enabling macro wheel at all. It changed the calendar settings. That's good. What about this? Can I click off of it? Ooh, so it did bring over our local settings. That's good. All right. So we're going to go in here and we're going to turn on things that we need. So, and we're going to turn off things that we don't need, like 7 dupes for Sandpoint, which we don't need. We do want Starfinder on, which we didn't have. Let's see. Starfinder, Anachronism, okay. And then, don't think, oh yeah, the card shit. Don't need, all right, that's already turned off. Everything else should be okay. See, enhancement, blah, blah, blah. Image hover, don't need that. Inventors plus. Nah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think we should be good. I don't think you need Momos anymore. Don't really need Ninja. I guess we could turn Ninja back on. Somebody asks. Don't need Animus anymore. That's finally built in. Monster Core token mapping shouldn't be needed anymore. Duraco is such a hot mess. Weapon traits. I think this is good. Does Potato or Not work again? I'll turn fucking Potato or Not on. I thought it didn't work anymore. Maybe it got fixed in the update. Show art still out. Let's see. Don't need that. Token variant art. That's too much work. Okay. I think this is good. All right. Oh, we gotta make sure that our compendiums are turned on, because then we could bring in our macros for macro wheel. And then we could drag the macros down to the bar, recreating what we normally have, which is good. Oh, and I did import the Caves of Chaos, the original Extra Life Caves of Chaos. They are now in Pathfinder Foundry. So we could kind of blaze through, just do some rapid fire prep for that. That might be an easy thing to do after a long week. Though it is taking its absolute sweetest time to boot up. I guess while it's booting up in the background, we could look at what little we have going on in our prep document. Okay, so Extra Life 2025 prep document, Starfinder Pathfinder mashup. This year anything goes. if it is revised, PF2E, or Starfinder. So there's our extra life page. I guess I could throw that in chat. There we go. 10th year, kind of a big deal. And then all our ad material. This beautiful flyer made in Canva. So nice. Gorgeous. I had to learn Canva for work, so I decided to use it for this. What else we got going on? The bank to keep track of donations coming in from the players. We have to figure out le menu for this year. Last year's menu was pretty good, so I feel like we would be okay for this year's menu. But our players this year, we got Nathan, Haley, Larry, David, and Leah, without a question mark. We have 2 backup players, and then we've got Lexeus streaming and doing sports commentator stuff for the whole marathon. And hopefully Red can jump in and help with that. And also, let's see. I mean, I have a lot of stuff I want Red to help with because Red's incredible, especially with Foundry stuff and just prepping in general. I think it's gonna be pretty good. All right. So let's see. Man, it has taken 100 years in the background to load up our game. All right. Then we got the player's guide from last year needs to be updated for this year. I don't think I made a player's. Maybe I made a player's guide for this year. Let me see. If I did, maybe I posted it on the server. Let's see. There it is. Extra Life Player's Guide. There we go. So we don't need this one anymore because we have just 2025. There we go. All right. And let's see. All right, welcome to Sphere of Horrors, character creation rules, sponsorships, final thoughts, tips for building characters. So the players are encouraged to have multiple characters this year. Characters can be put in timeout for not playing nice with the sports event, and also just as penalties in play. So you have to swap out one of your other benched characters. And then, of course, if you just feel like your character is not the right character for this particular part of the marathon, you can swap out for a different one. I kind of like that. I'm worried that we're going to lose the chance to really develop the characters that they're playing. But, like, if they're limited to 3 each, I feel like that's, 15 characters? That is a lot of characters. But I think that, you know, one-shot characters are generally big personalities, or you don't even know who they are. So we'll see what they come up with. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to go ahead and be impatient and force a refresh on this, see if that helps us at all get back in to actually do some prep. So the premise theme, Starfinder Eox game show. Eox is a planet in the Starfinder universe. It's known for association with game shows that involve high stakes and dangerous challenges. So basically, the Running Man is the best example, but also Dungeon Crawler Carl is, you know, a more recent example. Basically, they're in a dungeon. They got to survive. You know, Smash TV. They get them prizes. Their lives are on the line. They're fighting for their lives. For the entertainment of the galaxy, essentially. So the rough outline is there's going to be 4 floors. Each would... you know what? Hold on a second. I should share this with Red. Mm-hmm. Did he switch to? What? I'll ask him. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why our game is just dead in the water. That makes me really sad. We just got our settings switched over, and then it's like, nah, man, I'm out. Let's see. Let's see what we can do about it. All right. Config. What we could do about it is host locally. Am I right? Okay. Hold on just a sec. All right, we good. Let's see. Do I have any junk files I can get rid of? I got a little bit, not a lot. This shouldn't be causing any issues. Just debugs. Okay. You got some error logs too. Let's see. All right. We'll do a I guess we'll do a full stop and reboot it. Try to get back in there. Let's see. Start. And launch. Alright. While that's cooking in the background and hopefully actually letting us in. So the rough outline is there's 4 floors. There's 6 hours each. Each floor has a plot, but also lots of busy work to do. This allows them to have some flexibility with the meta time allotment. There are no days in the game, right? So there's no daily prep or anything. Basically, you get a 5e long rest daily prep every real life hour, so every meta hour. And then at the end of those 6 meta hours, the floor collapses and you have to be ready to go to the next floor, essentially, like borrowed heavily from Dungeon Crawler Carl. With breaks, leveling up, fuckery, administrative stuff, will fill 6 hours pretty fast. We will totally be adding a 25th hour at 2 a.m. on Sunday, or we'll make the 25th hour a fundraising goal. Probably both. And then, so floor 1 is going to be the OG Caves of Chaos. So we got the maps brought in. We need to fill them up. I am going to shrink them down because they're too fucking big. They are too fucking big right now. And then I thought it'd be cool if the second floor of the dungeon was terrain. We're going to say open to other suggestions. Because it'd be pretty cool. However, we just did a train adventure in my Monday game, and while everybody was like, that was fucking awesome, like 2 of my people are from that group and they've done that, so like I don't know if they want to do that again. All right. Is it gonna restart on me? Yes? No? No? Didn't restart? Okay. All right. Well, we're back in, but we're still going to go over this stuff. Let's see. I've also got to give Red admin role. Let's see. Role. Okay, he's already a Extra Life admin. Okay. So we'll do that. Let's see. Oh, putting Dom's info out there like a bastard. Okay. So then I'm thinking about a plot line where, you know, an evil space corpo is making them do this, but then there's people that are like opposed to it. And so they arrange for some sort of disaster to take place on floor 3, that when floor 3 completes, instead of going down to floor 4, which we're going to play up as being like hell or whatever, the hell floor, they're actually going to get teleported up onto the production ship in orbit. And then they're going to be encouraged to go on a liberation rampage on that ship. So I think that would be fucking hype as hell. And it means we get to use the Star Destroyer map from Heroic Maps, which is always nice. Alright, then we got Gashapon Orbs. They have some pretty... We got some pretty wild stuff this year, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. I want to put some kind of thing in there to divide up the content a little bit. There we go. So I'll put Gonzo right there. And like that. There we go. All right. So this is like design guidelines that we're using for the Gashapons this year, and then this is the these are the items that I've come up with so far. Honestly, some of the best Gashapons I've ever seen, I've ever been a part of making. They are phenomenal. Yeah. So, and then there's a whole section down here of Gashapons that are going to trigger interactions with chat, and then chat is going to vote. So technically, I should be testing how that works, but I don't know how many people are in chat today, so I don't know if that's really going to work. It says we have one chat viewer in Twitch, so I guess everyone else I'm seeing is over on YouTube. So yeah, let me see how poll works. Do I just type /poll? Opens up the menu to create a poll. Yeah, all right, do it. All right, poll. All right, do you think audience polls will work during marathon? Question mark. Yes, of course. Why ask if you are only offering variations of yes? Okay. Then fuck it, comma, back to Mitros. Alright. Alright, so that's 4. We can do up to 5. A 5th thing. Okay. Allow additional votes. Oh, you can charge for votes. They could use channel points to buy extra votes. Is that what I'm seeing there? I mean, I'll allow it just for this test. Keep it open for, I guess in this case we'll do 2 minutes. Start poll. Let's see what happens. Current poll. Do you think audience polls will work during marathon? Oh, nice typo there. Okay. All right. And then if people are voting, I see the timers going down. That's cool. All right. So hit the vote button. All right. I'm the only person that voted. How sad. I'm probably the only person watching the stream right now. And that's okay. Hopefully we have more than one person watching the stream for Extra Life. I guess like changing up all my content, not keeping to a schedule, and then just not streaming most of the summer. It probably had something to do with there being nobody around anymore. All right, so if you want to vote a second time, how do you vote a second time? Or do you have to pay to vote with channel points? Because that would kind of suck. Voted. All right, and then it'll close, and then we'll know what it is. It'll throw it in the chat. All right. It wasn't that complicated. I thought it'd be kind of involved, but that works out really well. Now, obviously, we could be doing it through Streamlabs or whatever the service is that's affiliated with Streamlabs, because that would allow it to be all platforms, not just Twitch, but Shrug. Yeah. So anyways, the chat will vote on the outcomes of these gashapons, which I think is pretty exciting. And then we do need gashapons that are just like filler, you know what I'm saying? Like just like a bunch of healing potions, a bunch of magical alcohol, like that kind of thing. Just a box of drugs. Nice. Okay. So proof of concept, we did test to see if the chat stuff worked. All right. Audience driven ideas. All right, cool. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. That. Okay. Audience-driven ideas. Good. Okay, so overall, pretty happy with the general idea of the adventure. We've got Gashapon Orbs cooking. We've got players already selected. We've done it before. We're probably going to use the same menu. We got to come up with some milestone achievements for the fundraising, including adding a 25th hour. Got backup players this time. We got dedicated streamer. We got prize support coming in. I probably need to be a bit more obnoxious about getting more prize support, so that's something that we got to work on. But overall, I feel pretty good about, the process, I guess you could say. So, let's see. Got another like 27 minutes if we're doing 1 hour of prep. We do have this where it says doomed, so we're gonna need to change that out. Let's go into the settings, and has this activated yet? It has. All right, so go into settings, and then I believe this is under tool belt, maybe. Maybe not. All right, workbench. You have to be workbench. Yeah. Okay. So this is gonna be 5 kids, and then we're gonna change it out for the logo for Extra Life this year. 2025 Extra Life assets. Got it. All right, save that out. That shouldn't make me restart. Sweet. Do we need the calendar? Probably not. Probably don't need the calendar. We know how this is working now. Uses right click. That's good to know. just tracking that. That's good. Happy with this. Not sure what's going on the bottom left over here, but could be better. Could be better. Oh, another bovine signed up. So let me get him sorted. Let's see. User management? Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Alright. So, turn him into Game Master. There we go. Close. Get back in there? Okay. So these guys get rid of. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. God, I just don't know where to put this thing. This thing back here. Okay. Get rid of that. Yeah, let's take a look at Caves of Chaos. I had said I wanted to shrink all of them down, so I'm gonna go into it, and then I did put some sound effects in here. So that's not a toilet running, that's like a river. This dude cannot see. He doesn't have dark vision. Should be the sound of like a roaring waterfall there. Yeah, there it goes. So overall, you know, pretty neat. But a little big, right? The maps are fucking huge. So let's see what happens if we scale up to Hundy. Alright. Yes. Cool. Now the downside here is I think it ruins, yeah, the size of everything. So what we're gonna have to do is either place everything fresh or go back and reduce the size of everything to half ourselves, which shouldn't be too bad. So effect radius is now 40. Oops. Hey now. Hey. Fucking A, guys. Alright. 40. Alright. Those waterfall ones, their effect is 50. We'll make it 25. Alright. These guys are the same. So do 40. Okay, and then that guy and that guy are the same. So we'll lower them to 100. Alright. So that means that when we drop it by half, yeah, everything is the right size. Okay, cool. Alright. So you head inside. Okay. A lot more manageable. A lot more manageable. Okay. I guess we should give this guy a torch. Torch. Mechanical torch. Apply. Torch light. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of like sound effects in games, but I don't know. Yeah, this is much better scale. This is a much better scale. Okay, so without even looking at the others, maybe Goblin Town should stay the same. Maybe we should look at each of them. But we're gonna go through and start changing them up. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna grab the river sound effect, and then we'll just go on to A2. All right, A2. I do like how big this is because it's got like a portal to another dimension and that kind of shit. but it is really big. So we'll also shrink this one down. Let's see. Go up to 100 and save. Yep. All right. And then if we look, it's, you know, manageable. 2 spaces wide. The stream isn't very far to cross anymore. So yeah, it's like, it's just more Pathfinder friendly, I guess. All right, we'll put this river thing in like so. Oops. There we go. And then I guess I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this. Oh yeah, then you could like hear it coming down the hallway a little bit. Yeah. Nice. Okay. And then we could put sound effects there from the previous one for Wet Cavern. So grab this. Let's see, God's Vault. Put it like that. Don't really want it to overlap with this other dungeon map because it's gonna be like different sound effect. Yeah, so I think that covers most of it. There's like one space where there's no music. We'll go ahead and open up Bailiwick Mass Edit. We'll go to the music tab, and then we'll look up dungeon. All right. Let's see what they got in store for us. Fucking can't hear anything. Oh, that's right. I don't think I have Patreon to Michael Gelfie, so that's probably why they're not showing up. Alright, so Evil Tomb. Evil Tomb 2. Wow, that's a little too spooky. Trollbold. Dungeon with Acid? I don't even know what the fucking sounds like. Doesn't sound like anything, I guess. Dungeon Combat. Dungeon Battle. Okay. Mage. Nope. Lich. Nope. Alright. What does Bailiwick have? Full scene ambience. Smart ambience. No. Virtual data modules. I don't really have a lot of sound effects, I guess. Yeah, it's not even playing these. Sounds, dice, drums, doors, combat. All right. Do we not have? All right. Manage modules. Delphi. Michael. I think I uninstalled all that shit. So that's probably why it's not accessing it. That's okay. We really don't need like a bunch of music in the game. I'm curious though. Where, like, what directory is this in? Oh, it's from the Kingmaker module. Interesting. Okay. Huh. So I can go through here and find. Oh, all right. Audio, ambiences, Fallen Fortress, Festival of Ruin. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, neat. All right. So we'll drag this over. We'll do volume. Will turn it down a little bit, and then no, stop it. Don't play that. Over here, say it's knocked stream by walls. We'll make it 80. There we go. Nope, it's gonna overlap. So we'll do 50. Alright, cool. So we could do there. And here. Just these like bubbles of sound, I guess. Okay. I'm curious if the music will play double if you're in an area that has it doubled. I don't know. Let's bring out Testy. Alright. Testy can't get through this door. Alright. Ghost mode enabled. Alright. I don't hear any music for him. So I don't think this music is triggering. That's a shame. Or I have it too low. Let's see. Music, interface, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I either have it too low or it's not triggering. I guess it's not really important since we just play music through KenkuBot anyways, but it would have been kind of cool. Alright. So we'll turn the max volume up to 1 on this one. See if that helps at all. Alright. It's ignoring wall. Oh. Alright, I can kind of hear it. Alright, that's kind of cool. So that means that the others would need to get turned like way up. Or my own settings are kind of low. I don't know. Probably both. So we'll do all of these. And we'll turn it up to max. There we go. And then I guess this one will turn up to max. I couldn't fucking hear it. Alright. Let's see. Nice. Oh yeah. That's some good sound effects. Some good sound effects. Alright. Let's check the lighting situation here. We got some kind of light here. It's probably supposed to be purple. But it's not. So we'll go ahead and make it purple. Not everything survived. What? 6 different boundaries. Or however many it's been. And then switching from 5e to 2024 5e to Pathfinder. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I mean, that's really cool. Let's see. Hexadome. Ooh. Kind of into it. Sound reactive pulse. Pretty cool. What else we got? Swirling rainbow. Chroma. No, that's horrible. Bewitching wave. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. Turn the speed down. There we go. Alright. That looks pretty sick for that room. Advanced options, attenuation up. Nice. Shadows. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright. Update the light. There's no light anywhere else, so we could ditch it everywhere else, which is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit the nighttime button, turn out the lights on this here map. I guess when they're populating it, whoever decides to populate this map, they'll probably want to turn the lights back on because it's really fucking dark. There we go. Let's see. If the next area has a river, we're gonna want that river sound effect. Let's see. Next map is volcano entrance. That certainly does not have any of that stuff. Okay. So, spinning blades that drop from the ceiling. Oh man, good old days. The good old days. All right. This map has a lot going on, but it was pretty easy to prep it, I guess. I don't know why these were made as terrain walls and not just real walls. That doesn't really make any sense to me at all. Let's see. Drag that in there. If we shrink this map down, I think it will trivialize how difficult this map is. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I feel like it's got a pretty good scale going on. So I don't really want to shrink this one down. I think this one's pretty good as is. All right. So we're gonna put a sun outside. Put it right here. There we go. Go ahead and get rid of this, which is I think the old sun that we were using. And then I'm gonna go in here. Again, I don't really understand why I made this terrain wall. I guess because it was cool to have terrain walls back then. But we don't really need them anymore. So no light, no sight, normal movement, normal sound. Oh wait, normal. There we go. All right, apply. And then these guys. Boop. Boop. Alright. Normal and normal. Apply. Alright, what other lights are on this map? They should be like fiery lights or something. But you can also see what Bailiwicky's got for lights. Maybe he has a lava light, for example. Might make our lives easier. Ooh. Got a lava waterfall right there. So we could go grab our waterfall sound effects from here and bring them here. Alright. That's pretty cool. There we go. We'll increase the radius to 50. There we go. And then they do got some. I got some waterfall mist. I don't know how that would look in the lava, but we can throw it in there. Yes, I'm not. Listen, I'm not normally into sound inside Foundry, QNovap, but like, I don't know. For Extra Life, you know, you want to make it special. You want to make it fancy. Uh-oh. Yeah, what's up? Oh, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, buddy. Oh, boy. Such a big helper. Let's see. Can I do a color overlay on this? I think so. Let's try to make it this kind of sooty red color. See what that looks like. I don't think it's going to change much of anything, but let's see. Ooh. I think it killed the animation. No, it's still there. It's just really subtle. I don't think that was good. Alright. How do you always arrive late to the party? I don't know. You're the one that suggested doing a stream. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, that's a good idea. And then, you know, you weren't here. Okay, so let's see. We'll go over to lights in Bailiwicky. We'll put lava. Ah, bro, you don't have a lava light? Fire? Alright. Fire, large. Let me see. That's okay. Alright. Let's see. We'll make it. We need it big. 150. There we go. Yeah. Right. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. That do look good. That do look good. Okay. In that case, we can add sounds. So go in here and I'll put lava. And for sure. Michael Gelfie, how dare you? I think his shit's free too, so I don't know why I don't have it. Alright, Billy Wiki has lava loop. I don't know what it sounds like, but it feels like it's not playing. Demonic dimension with lava? What makes it demonic? Like, I don't know. It's very loud. We'll do effect radius 100. No volume easing, and constrainment walls. Update. All right. This room is so big that is like not enough. Wow. All right, so we'll do there. Damn. Is that? There we go. That covers everything. All right. I don't know what the lava loop is supposed to sound like, but I'll put it over by the lava fall, maybe. There we go. Okay. Where is Testy at? All right, Testy heading on in. Whoa, that's pretty cool. All right. Oh shit. All right, getting close to the waterfall. Waterfall should be triggering. Nope. Is waterfall being like overridden by everything else? Could be. Really hard to tell. Let's see. Why aren't you guys going off? Volume easing, constrained by walls, 0.5. Strange. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's not able to layer the sound. Or like some sounds like override other sounds. I don't usually use sound when I'm prepping, so kind of weird. All right. So another thing we can do for this map, which would make it kind of cool, is we could put weather. All right. So what we'll do with that is like this. Boop, boop. And then this will be a weatherproof area. So no weather, no weather's allowed here. Then we'll go to weather, and I do like this new particle effects manager. I do think it looks pretty nice. And we'll turn on embers. There we go. And because of the massive scale of this, we probably want to turn the scale up on the embers, and probably the density. Turn on the tint. There we go. And now you can see embers floating in the air. It's very subtle. Might make it a little bit bigger. And turn the lifetime up too. Okay. Fun. Alright. So we'll turn off the lights on this map. Let's see. So you get the light shining in from outside. And then you go in here. I feel like we need another light that is shining down into the hallway. Yeah, there we go. kind of let them know, like, you getting into the shit. You're getting into it. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Now on these two, we'll turn down the bright. Actually, we'll turn off the bright. Yeah, so it'll just be dim. Yeah, that's cool. That's really fucking cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and take this into, I guess, the next area, which is C4 Lava Fix. All right, now we can definitely shrink down this room, I feel. It'll make for some very narrow passages, but I think it'll still work. So let me see if there's any lights. There are not. Okay. So config grid 100. This map is fire. It is very loud. I don't know. When I'm a player, if there's sound effects on a map, I turn my Foundry settings down. There are some DMs that are like, ooh, did you hear that? And it's like, nah, I fucking didn't. Or what was I supposed to hear? So yeah, it could be a little tricky. All right, let's see. Fill this dude up with burning fiery light. All right, that's actually probably way too bright. So what we're gonna do here is we'll turn this down to 50 dim and 0 bright for these side passages. There we go. There. I do really like that fire effect. It's pretty fucking good. All right. Yeah, that's good. It's a little too intense in the center of the room. Just a little bit. We could probably turn these guys down a schmidge, but I mean, it's lava, so eh. All right, we'll go in here. We'll grab the really obnoxious music. There we go. And we'll bring it over here. And I guess we'll just put it smack in the middle. We could just have it play in the entire scene, but shrug. Let's see. We'll make the size 150. Now we know it's got the whole fucking thing covered. All right, we'll bring out Testy. And there we go. All right. It is a loud lava sound. All right, looks fucking good. Light. Turn off the lights. Oof. Yeah. How have the Pathfinder campaigns been going? I've tuned in every now and then, but I don't know the system well enough to really get everything that's going on. That's fair. I think we have a lot of fun playing them, but truth be told, I don't think Pathfinder people enjoy watching us play Pathfinder because we get a lot of rules wrong. We do a lot of hand waving, a lot of rule of cool. We play Pathfinder like 5e players, so we're kind of in a space now where like the Pathfinder kids are like, what the fuck are you doing? And then like the D&D kids are like, why don't you just play D&D? So viewership is super low. Like on the streams, like viewership's super duper low. The only game that had any decent viewership was Kingmaker, and I think that was just off of the clout of Kingmaker. Yeah. And like now that that's canceled, I mean, yeah, like pretty much nobody watches any of the streams anymore. We've never been doing it for the streams. You know what I mean? We're just like, I don't know. I mean, Kingmaker was pretty hype. I prepped for 2 years to run Kingmaker, and I was very excited for it. And I did not feel that it was sustainable with the group that I put together. I did not see it being a possible thing that I could do for 3 years with the group that I put together. And a lot of regrets. But is what it is. All right, so let's see. This feels like it'll probably give somebody a seizure. That's okay. I mean, shit happens. It's the first campaign I've had to cancel like in 7 years or something. I've run like 14 or 15 campaigns, something like that, in the last 7 years. Since the first one I've ever had to, I've had to cancel. So it's not that bad, I guess, but it kind of is because I invested so much time and money into prepping it and trying to run it. So shrug. All right, what do we got over here? We got a Schwamp, and then we've got spider tunnels. This could be shrunk down. Let me see what the lights situation are. There are a lot of lights on this map. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem. I don't really want to go and like. Well, let's shrink it down and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is the spider entrance. We're gonna go to grid. Pump that up, which will make it go down. Okay. What is this one for? Is this the sun? This must be the sun. Shouldn't the sun be shining like this way? Probably. What's the situation with this wall over here? It's 50 feet high. All right. So what we could do here is to be super lazy. We could just say that light doesn't get blocked by this wall, or we can do this light source, give it a height, I guess, give it elevation. So let's see. I think if we do 50, it should shine over the wall. Not really. All right. Then in that case, yeah, go to the wall, and we'll just get rid of that. I like it having height and everything, but like it's weird because once you're up here, like you're not really going to want to set a height, which is probably why everything here doesn't have a height set. I get why I did it back in the day, but it's like a little confusing. So light will say it doesn't block light. There we go. So that means light should be shining into the dungeon now. Yeah, there we go. All right, and then let's see. This does not need to be green. I don't know why I did that. All right, normal, Y. All right. Yeah. Didn't make any tree trunks or anything out here, which is fine. I mean, you don't really need tree trunks out there. The lights out here, they are kind of big. So let's see what we can do about that. Drop this to 10 with a brightness of 5. Those guys could probably stay. All right, let's turn off the lights, see how it looks. Ooh, okay. These guys were supposed to be ghost lights. but I am not getting those vibes at all. Oops. Let's see. And then this is the big boy for the whole map. Okay. And then yeah, like these are supposed to be whoop, come on. These are supposed to be green. I don't think any of the stuff stayed. Yeah. So fairy light. No, sorry. Ghost light. And then green. And apply. Alright. Going a little fast. Light animation. Alright, very cool. And then these were supposed to be like that, but like purple. So here, purple. Light animation, ghost light, turn it down, fly. Alright. And then all of these are supposed to be flickering. So go here, change it to sort of orange. And then we'll do flickering and apply. Alright, and then actually we'll go in here, do attenuation like way up, and shadows way up. Oh, that's okay, shadows too high. I really like when the lights like fuck with the shadows. I think it looks really cool, but doesn't always look cool. Alright, so cool. And then we'll go to sound, which we're already on. And I thought there was one that had like insects or something. Animals, bees, swarms surrounded. Cave with insects. Alright. So we're gonna do constrained by walls. Nope. Effect 150. No. 100. Fuck, it's really big. There we go. And then there should be one that's like swamp. Alright. Then we'll bring this up to 100. No volume easing. Extra walls. Update. I wonder if it will do the transition successfully with the sound this time. Let's see. Alright. I don't even hear the sound from that swamp. So... Oh, there it is. Wow. That's fucking terrible. Wait, nope, nope. Oh. Okay. So, yeah. The Bailiwiki one's not working. Alright. Please stop. Alright, let's see. We'll do 100. Boop. 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 What? Oh, I've set it at 100 feet in the air. There we go. Alright. So, let's see. Yeah, that's good. And then we head up the stairs, and we should be in spooky spider caves. Oh, I can't fucking see. I don't have a torch. That's terrifying. Alright. Cool. So, what we could do for this one, we could do weather again. Unfortunately, well, I'm sure you can, but I'm too lazy to learn how. I was gonna say, unfortunately, you can't set different regions to be affected by different weather, but I want to say that maybe with regions you can. So I'm not sure. I don't think so though. But anyways, it won't be able to rain outside or be spooky outside, but if we want to have spiders inside, this is going to be very helpful. So we're gonna do that. I think I was supposed to hide that on the other map, so we'll go back to that real quick. We'll go here and here. We'll turn on spiders and we'll increase the scale of the spiders and the speed and the lifetime. Oh my god, that's so disgusting. All right, cool. So once you get into the cave, fucking spiders everywhere. That's terrifying. All right, so let's head back to this area. Hide the bounding box we made. There we go. And I think that is enough prep on stream for tonight. Yeah. So kids back from college, want to hang out with them. No vodcast tonight. We're gonna do stuff like dinner, hang out, watch a movie, play games. I don't know. If you are interested in the Extra Life 25-hour marathon that's coming up, this is nope, that's not it. I wanted to share it with you. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, you can check it out. It's gonna be really, really cool. We're excited for it. So it looks like it's gonna be like traditional dungeony on this floor, but Dom's working on a Phantasy Star Online inspired dungeon, which is sounding pretty sick. We got probably like a train dungeon. They're gonna end up on a Star Destroyer at some point, so it is gonna have a lot of Starfinder aspects to it as well. We're excited. All right, hope everybody has a great night, and we'll see you next time.